This is a teardown of a Accedian Networks AMN-1000-TE. I believe this is some sort of like failover networking internet connection type thing. Looks like it has a pair of SFP ports, a pair of RJ45 ports, and a management port. The console port in the back, and it has different options for power input. Looks like I get to be the first person to avoid the warranty seal. There you go. Oh, not all the way out apparently. There we go. A grounding screw in the back here I'm going to remove. Probably not necessary. Not sure what that screws up to. And same with these, although I suspect those are heat sinks for the SFP cages. I think I'm going to remove this label here with the inner screw. Just trying to figure out here how this comes apart. Clamshell, yep, I was right. So there's some heat screws on top for some heat sinks to cool the SFP cages. And another one for what is assume, I assume it's the main CPU. It's kind of fun. I am a sucker for nice looking pieces of extruded aluminum. Thermal compound to bond it to the top of the housing. That's kind of fun. Oh man, those screws are on nice and tight. Interesting design. So these little rounded cutouts serve a functional purpose. They are used to help align this with little indents that are put in the lid. I'm assuming that's stamped in the metal, but it's under the top layer. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with the other one in the video, but it's just going to be more of the same. Get the main circuit board out here. Looks like it could have been populated with some additional stuff, although I'm not sure what. See a Broadcom chip. Oh, two Broadcom chips. So the SFP cages are Broadcom based. Actually, I don't know. I think all the ports might be Broadcom based. More thermal pads on the bottom from the way this is coming off. Yeah. Oops. Okay, so I think traces from this one are going this way. I think this Broadcom chip here is controlling the network ports. I think I'm going to be able to get to focus. It's always a battle. Yeah, it's readable. BCM 5482, A2K, FBG. And that one's upside down. Yep, same chip. Huh. And we got an Altera Cyclone 2 processor. Some WinBond storage, which must have dual boot drives. So it actually, that looks like flash as well. I don't know what these would be. ISSI brand IS42S16800F-7TL. And those are ST chips. Well, those are definitely storage. The model number makes it very obvious. NAND 256W3A 2B in B. Oh no, it's a 6. I'm dumb. It's like, what is that? But no, I'm just being dumb. Oh, well that's, oops, that's Spansion branded. I don't know what's going on there. Oops, there's the WinBond chip. I don't think I showed that very well. W9412 G6KH-5. Same on the back. And some power regulation stuff here. This had multiple inputs, so you could run off 5 volt or 20 to 57. Yeah, 20 to 57. So odds are this is made to be suitable with telco stuff, since I think Europe's 24 volt and here in the US we're 48 or 57, depending. 48's more PoE, I think, but I don't know. Got that chip there. Gosh darn it, I forget what the brand is. I want to say Coldfire, but I'm probably gonna look stupid. But it's an MPC 852 TVR 50A. Yeah, I can see more power delivery stuff on the top. Transformer. Not sure what that is. Millihenry, so it's a coil of some sort. I can definitely see the windings on that transformer. But yeah, I think that's really all there is to show. So hopefully that was interesting, and thanks for watching.